Alright everybody, so the first section of this is logo design. So you have three options. You can go to freelogodesign.com here, or I'm sorry, .org, or you can create your Photoshop, your logo in Photoshop, or you can create it in After Effects. If you create it in Free Logo Design here, you're not going to be able to animate the different aspects of the logo independently of each other. And I'll show you what I mean by that. So go to freelogodesign.org if this is what you choose. Type in the name of your morning show or your talk show. Click Get Started, and then you pick through the categories. And there you go. Basically, just choose a logo that you think works for you. So once you do that, you double click it, and then you can come and go and edit it, and you can take away stuff, you can change the font, you can add more to it if you want. So you can go in here, add an icon, add a shape, add some text, and you have the options. And then once you're done, you click preview, and then you zoom in with control and the mouse wheel, and then you would just screen snip this right here. So you would type Windows key, snip, click that, click new, save the logo, and that is that. Or you can use Photoshop like I have done here. So what I've done in Photoshop is using the shape tool, I made a circle, and then using the pen tool, I made some triangles, and I made a sun. And I put an effect on it. I clicked on the stroke, the bevel, and emboss, and added that. And then I used the brush tool, and I just wrote in bubble letters, mornings in 3:15. I added a texture from the bevel and emboss here. And then I copied the layer above it, and I created a bright color with a white stroke on it. So now what I mean independently in animated aspects of this logo, once I pop it into Photoshop, I can animate the sun spinning around, the text. Each one of these layers is independent. I can change the scale of this, and I've looked up a sunburst so I can have this thing moving in the background, slightly rotating. You can also make this in After Effects. It'll just be some text and some shapes if you want, but what I suggest is doing is look up, this is where I got the idea for the logo that I made. I just copied this with different words. I would look up morning talk show if that's what you want to do, or get rid of morning. Look up some talk show logos that other people have made if you want to create your own in Photoshop. And if you do Photoshop, here is how you import this file into After Effects. So I made sure that all my effects here have been rasterized and saved. And now I save this as a PSD, a Photoshop file, and then in After Effects I will click Import File. Click on the file. And when this pops up, you want to make sure that you change this from composition or footage. You want to make sure that it's composition retain layer sizes, and that you merge layer styles into footage. You make it editable layer styles. Click OK. And here are your logos. I'm sorry, your layers.